Hello, everyone. If we haven't met, my name is Lilian Shilikatata. I am a solutions architect and I'm also an AWS community builder. So the reason for which I'm making this video is because a couple of you have asked about the Community Builders Program, when it's going to be launched for 2024 and how you can apply. So today I'm excited to share with you actually that the program has been launched. And in this video, I'm going to give you a comprehensive guide on how you can apply for the program, maybe some tips of what I did to get into the program and how the program has benefited me. But before I dive into that, I want to update you on just a few things and a few changes that are happening this year. So this year, 2024, unlike previous years where the program has been launched twice a year, it's going to be launched just once a year, which means competition is going to be really high. So if you want to apply and if you've been wanting to be part of the program, don't wait for a second cohort because you have just one chance to apply this year. And secondly, the deadline for applying for the program is January 28th, which means from the launch date, which is today, January 14th, you barely have 2 weeks to put together an application and submit by the deadline, which is January 28th. So my advice is usually don't wait close to the deadline to apply. Once it's launched, get your resources ready, start your application, and submit as soon as possible. Now that that's out of the way, let's dive into the program, what the program is about. For those of you who don't know what it is, or what the AWS Community Builder Program entails, and how it benefited me, how you can apply, and just the gist of what the program is all together. So let's start by answering what the AWS Community Builders Program is. It is an outreach program geared towards providing resources and support to technical builders using AWS services, particularly those who create content and those who contribute to helping people in different ways and in different communities as well. So basically, it was launched by AWS in 2020, and it brings in people who contribute in one way or another to AWS resources, be it as ambassadors, as volunteers to community programs, and all that. And also, this program does provide mentorship, networking opportunities to passionate community leaders and AWS volunteers who share their knowledge and give back to their communities. Usually, like I said earlier, the program is launched twice a year. However, this year it's going to be launched just once again. Don't wait for a second cohort. Apply this year if you really want to be part of a large community of leaders and tech enthusiasts. So let's discuss some of the benefits of joining the AWS Community Builders Program. Instead of me just giving to you a list of benefits of being part of the Builders Program, I think it would be more imperative for me to share with you how I have benefited from the AWS Community Builders Program and how, this program has changed my life. So when I was accepted to the AWS Community Builders Program, one of the first things that happened was that I was added to the Slack community, which is a huge community of thousands of builders where you can network, expand your horizon, ask questions, meet different people, and even mentors. It's really a nice resource to be in and a good place to be at, sharing information, tech enthusiasts, tech experts from AWS and from all over the world. So I think this is a really good place to be in. The Slack channel it's a very rich resource. Secondly, I received a $500 build on AWS credit, which I've used for my projects, especially on the console. And sometimes when you run out of the project, you can actually write to AWS if you have a project you're building that can benefit the community. What they're going to do is they could offer you more credit. Now, the third thing I received was a swag kit of goodies. Who doesn't love goodies? And this kit contained goodies like face cap, a mug, a notepad, some stickers, a multi-head charger, and a few other items. Actually, I think I have a few of those just standing here, maybe blurred, but yeah, those are some of the things I received. Then as well, you do receive free webinars ranging from a variety of topics, specialized, generic on AWS, which would help you learn more about AWS. Another thing was a certification voucher. I got 100% certification voucher, which I used to take my Solutions Architect professional exam. Oh, yes. Sorry to brag, but I'm professional certified. And then it was also through the program that I got to learn about the All Builders Grant. This is a grant that AWS offers to not just community builders, but to AWS builders who are making a change and spreading the word, helping people grow within the community. And what this grant does for you is you get sponsorship to attend AWS reInvent, which is one of the biggest cloud conferences in the world. It features about 70,000 people and it's hosted in Las Vegas. So you can imagine what this can do for you. And for me, it was such a life-changing experience. Also, if you don't apply or if you're not accepted to the All Builders Grant, another thing is as a community builder, you do get a discounted pass to reInvent. So sometimes say the ticket was about 1,700, 1,700, you get it for about 800, which is really a huge discount. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, 1 year Cloud Academy subscription. And if you know what Cloud Academy is, it's a learning or an open source platform where you learn a lot about different technology terms, so many specialized courses on cloud computing, on Terraform, on being a software engineer. So it's just a variety of different things in tech. And you can learn this for free. Usually to get to get access to the full Cloud Academy subscription, you have to pay a price, and it's pretty expensive. But as part of the Community Builders Program, you do get this for free. And one of the last things I can mention that I remember is that you get service better opportunities where you can apply and test new AWS services that have just been launched or newly released and give your feedback. And usually sometimes they also give you credits, maybe sometimes $25 credits, $100 credits. I've received about 2 of those in the past, and they're also very helpful. So these are just some of the benefits I received. There's a lot more people who have received more. There's times where they just throw swags. If you're building a project and you share your project, so many of those things. Now, let's go to applying for the program. What is the application process and what does it take for you to apply for the AWS program? It's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to walk you through the application process, show you what the application is like, maybe give you a few tips of how you can apply and some of the things that I did during my application process or what I included in my application. It might help, it might not help. I am not part of the selection crew, so I'm just giving you tips on how to improve it because, again, like I said, this is going to be the only cohort. So you really want your application to stand out. You want to make it strong. So I'm just going to walk you through the process. Let's see what it looks like. And yeah, that's just all I can say for now. So let's look at what the application would be. This year, there's actually a lot of changes going on. You're going to use your email address, but however, this year they are using an authenticated application, which is Builder ID. So if you don't have an account yet with Builder ID, I would advise you create one. I'm going to log in because I have an account already and I'm sure it's going to be authenticated. Or let's just do this. Let me copy the link to the application and paste here. So we just see what that application, we see what the application looks like, and then I'll walk you through the application process. So 2024 AWS Community Builders application form, let's log in. And right here, well, it just completely authenticated me because I already have a builder ID. But if you don't have a builder ID, what is going to happen is when you'll be prompted to create an account right here. They would ask you to create a builder ID. You would enter your email address. They'll send you an authentication code to your email address. And then once you authenticate, it's going to take you to this other page for the application. So the current application window is open till midnight Pacific time, California time, January 28th. Now, applications will be reviewed. Applicants will receive an email regarding their status by the end of March 2024. Program space is limited and not all applicants would be approved. So again, the Community Builders Program is for technical builders between the ages of 18 and older who create community contributions. So basically, they're just talking about some of the things we've discussed earlier on in this video. Now they're gonna ask, these are the requirements in the application. You'll be asked for links to existing public technical content and other community contributions that you have created within 1 to 12 months ago. We will not consider applications with content published within 4 weeks of your application because we're looking for builders with established patterns of helping other builders with their content. So if you think you're going to use content that you published just within this period or within 2 weeks, it's not going to be considered. So if you do not have a minimum of 2 community contributions in the past 12 months, your application will not be accepted. Social media and short-form forum posts are not considered community contributions for the purpose of this application. If you do not meet these requirements, we encourage you to work on your contributions and apply to our program during next year. So basically, if you don't have an established network or established form of work that you've been doing to contribute to the community, and you think from the time the application was launched till the 2 months for the deadline you can create something and apply, probably your application will not be accepted. So do you meet these requirements to apply for the program? I meet the requirements to apply for this program. I do not meet the requirements to apply for this program. So to save you some time, if you don't meet the requirements, my advice would be to start building something for yourself and wait for next year, And these are some of the things that you can create: blog posts, videos, webinars, tutorials that help other AWS builders to learn and build on AWS. So let's see. I meet the requirements. This program. Then you'll be taken to this page where you'll be asked your preferred name, your email address, your company name where you currently work at, your job title if you've applied to this program before, the country where you currently reside. You answer all of that, and then let's go to next. Don't want to find out if you're a member of an underrepresented demographic in technology. Examples include women, Black or African, Hispanic, Indigenous, military, people with disabilities, LGBTQ, or any intersection thereof. I'm a Black woman, so yes. We strive to create and maintain a diverse community within AWS Builders Program. How does your background bring a unique perspective to the program? So this is where you really need to start crafting your essays. And it's one tip that I'm going to give to everyone applying. Essays are very important. Please do not use ChatGPT to generate this, because you would be dropped out of the program. Remember, now there's programs where you can easily detect if what you've written was just copied and pasted from ChatGPT. That is going to disqualify you. So my advice would be, take your time and draft your essays well. tailor them, tailor your essays to speak to, you know, your experience, what you've done before. And next thing, you're going to select the topic that aligns most closely to the content you create and your community and involvement. So you'll be asked to provide a minimum of 2 public pieces of content you have created. Your areas of interest below should broadly align to the content you'll be submitting for review. Now, is the content you're creating close to cloud operations, containers, data, development tools, front end web and mobile development, machine learning, networking, security and identity, serverless? I used to create a lot of content and teach security and identity in the cloud, so that was what I was selected for, because these are the different categories you're applying to. I took security and identity, and then over the past 12 months, how often have you participated in the activities below? Authoring technical blogs. I own a blog. This is my blog right here. I'm going to show you a picture of a blog where I share information about AWS resources, getting started with AWS, how you can use. It's just shulikatata.com right here. So I used to share information weekly. I put it up and I shared the link. Speaking about AWS in public events, I have had a couple of events I've spoken about AWS in, be them Zoom conferences, local meetings. One advice too is, if you belong to a user group or you're part of a user group, this will be very helpful. You can share that. Hosting, organizing events or meetups, answering AWS questions online, posts, forums, Stack Overflow, Reddit, Slack, contributing to open source projects, sharing AWS insights on social media. So all these things are considered, and you would, of course, be evaluated as well on that when you submit your application. So if you've done any of these things, don't shy away from sharing them. That was what I did, and I shared every little thing I did on social media in the past, from my blog to the conferences I attended to the talks I gave to little communities, and I believe they were very helpful. And then one thing I did as well was some of the presentations I gave on security and identity, I uploaded them online. I shared some on Medium, and I think the other platform in which I did share my my content was on SlideShare. So I uploaded my slides on SlideShare, and I also used that to, used it for my application over the past month. So I'm just going to pick a few of these. I'll do quarterly, hosting meetups quarterly, answering questions monthly, contributing to open source projects, and sharing insights on social media. Let me do monthly. The integrity of the content created by a community is important to AWS, such as we have zero tolerance policy for plagiarism, which includes text copied from generative AI tools like ChatGPT. I just spoke about this. I just emphasized the importance of writing on your own and not using things like ChatGPT to generate your text. Please don't do that. You will be dropped. Code generated by AI supported coding assistance is permitted. Do you certify that the content links you submitted for review contains your own work and do not plagiarize text or images from other sources? Yes. Now next. Please share a minimum of 2 links to public examples of context you've created, presentations you've given, community contributions, just like I was saying. So I shared all the links I could get or that I had done here. If you've ever had a YouTube video or spoken on a YouTube video, you've attended a conference and you've linked to the video somewhere, share it. If you have social media posts, share them. Twitter comments, Twitter post about AWS, anything that you think is useful. Those are some of the things I did. My post on women in cloud community, those on SlideShare, those on LinkedIn, my blog link. I shared every single thing I had. Presentations, little interviews here and there, TikTok videos. If you have any of those, just share. Would you like to provide an example of something you've built using AWS services? What did you build? How did you build it? Why did you build it? And what did you learn along the way? So if you've had a project, even no matter how personal it is, it could just be even developing your resume, hosting on a public website using S3, whatever project it is you've built, you can talk about it here, and I believe it's going to help. So we also have here, these are optional, but they say please share at least one link to any online profiles you have to help us better understand your AWS experience and interest. Any link. You have a LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, blog, GitHub, Twitter, Feediverse, Threads, Instagram, SlideShare, personal website, and any other URL. So if you have anything that would be useful, I would advise you share it. I would really advise you share it. And then these are all optional. Then, did any AWS employee, hero, community builder refer you? If yes, please share their name, share the name of the person who encouraged you to apply. Anybody who's encouraged you before, anybody you think has been helpful through this journey, anyone who referred you to the program. If it's me, I'm the first person. My name is Lillian Tata. You can refer me. I'm just going to write my name. Then the next 5 questions must be agreed to in order to participate in the program. To be eligible, you must be 18 years. Are you certified? Yes. Do you certify? Yes. By applying, I confirm that I'm on AWS. To just take you through the application process, what is contained in it. So as you're preparing for your application, you take time to gather all the resources required for the full application. Once you're done, this part is just I agree or I do not agree. Very direct questions. Once you're done, you just submit your application on the last page. I shared you the benefits. I'm going to link my website where I'm going to share most of the resources I used as well. And at this point, please reach out if you want to let me know how I can help in any way. I'm open to doing that. And if you have any questions, you can ask in either comment box below, or you could reach out to me on my LinkedIn, which I have linked as well in the content box below. Okay, thank you so much. I hope this video was of great value to you. And if you love the content, share with your community as well. I was making this for my community. Bye.